Hi, and welcome to April 25th's edition of Red Cloud Research Roundup, hosted by Red Cloud Financial Services. This week, from the Red Cloud Securities research team, Managing Director of Equity Research David Talbot and Timothy Lee, Mining Analyst, are here to discuss the major events of the week in their coverage universes. David, kicking it off, what's happened this week?
Great, thank you for the introduction. I'm David Talbot, Head of Research here at Red Cloud Securities, and I'm here today with Red Cloud Mining Analyst Timothy Lee. We are very pleased to join you again in the second installment of our Research Roundtable, which is a brief series of comments from the Red Cloud research team. Now, we wish to use these sessions as an opportunity to mention notable events from the past week or two and how they might impact some of the stocks in those sectors. So starting off today, I wanted to discuss the ongoing news from Ukraine and the fear of the Russian uranium and enrichment disruption that continues to add upwards pressure on the uranium price. While uranium started the year at $40 a pound, it surpassed $63 a pound recently, and this is the highest prices have been since March 2011. Now, this is largely due to ongoing buying from Sprott Physical Uranium Trust and the war in Ukraine, which could lead to the U.S. losing access to up to 40% of its uranium supply. Now, the stocks are performing well on rising prices, and recently because the UK has also decided to triple its nuclear capacity by 2050. Now, we aren't talking about a big program in the UK as it is, but certainly that news was good for positive investor sentiment in uranium. Now, one of the stocks we wanted to point out here is Global Atomic as one of the leading uranium development companies. We have a buy on Global Atomic and a $7.20 target price. Now, this is a Red Cloud banking client, full disclosure. They have a large, high-grade, low-cost project in Niger that is nearing production. Construction of the box cut began in February, and the portal should begin later this year, with plant commissioning on track for late 2024. But there is a chance for earlier uranium production should Global and Orano go definitive on an MOU to provide development ore for Orano's nearby operating mill. Now, there was huge de-risking news this week that Canada's Export Credit Agency had committed $75 million US in debt, and that covers about 40% of total capex. This opens the door for further investment in the name, and I would say it also forces the hand of Orano to work with Global if it wants access to its uranium. If Global doesn't get the price it desires for that development ore, it can simply hold off until it has its own plant completed. I think also taking advantage of the hot uranium market is Valor Metals. We have a buy and a $1.05 target price on this stock, and this is a Red Cloud banking client as well. Valor has recently kicked off a very aggressive $11 million exploration project at its Angelac project in Nunavut. The first real groundwork planned over the last 6 years on this property. Now, it has a 43.3 million pound LAC 50 uranium deposit that grades 0.7%. That represents one of the largest and highest grade deposits outside of the Athabasca. And we see considerable potential to expand known resources, delineate new zones, and make further discoveries. And finally, I'd like to discuss Sigma Lithium. It's not rated, but this company is also taking advantage of flying lithium prices. Benchmark Mineral Intelligence reports that new offtakes are being signed in the industry as prices for lithium carbonate are up 16% over last month to an average of about $61,000 a ton, while spodumene concentrate prices are up 40% to $32.62 per ton. Now, this bodes well for Sigma Lithium, as it just announced it should begin phase 1 production in Brazil by year end. This is expected to be one of the highest grade, lowest cost lithium mines in the world. Its updated feasibility study for phase 1 concentrate production has an 8% NPV of $1.6 billion US, and reserves recently rose 143%. Another offtake was recently signed, this time with LG, and that's one of the world's largest battery makers. So we expect to hear a lot more about Sigma's growth plans as we go forward, looking for production to at least double by 2024. So that's it for me today. Tim, would you like to say a few words?
Thanks very much, David. I would like to talk today about Serato Gold. Serato is a Red Cloud banking client. On Monday, Serato reported financial results for the fourth quarter and full year of 2021. The company reported quarterly production of over 15,000 ounces at its Minera Don Nicolas mine in Argentina. This is 132% higher than production in the year-ago period and 27% higher than in the previous quarter. On the financial side for the fourth quarter, Serato reported net income of $2.5 million US, or 3 cents a share, on revenues of $23.1 million. The record financial results were due to operational improvements at the Minera Don Nicolas mine. Notably, head grade to the mill averaged 4.77 grams a ton gold, the highest at the mine to date. Mill throughput was also the highest to date. Due to these operational improvements, the mine had the lowest quarterly cash costs yet, averaging $764 an ounce sold and an AISC averaging $995 an ounce. On Thursday, Serato also reported drilling results from its development stage Monte do Carmo gold project in Brazil. Current drilling is mainly focused on infill within the main Serra Alta deposit, which contains over 1.3 million ounces of gold and resources. And the company is also conducting drilling on satellite targets. The new infill holes were positive, and they should help further upgrade the resource. As well, the company is now drilling a new target, Gogo da Onça, located on recently acquired ground about 450 meters to the north. Looking forward, the company is expecting to produce about 50,000 ounces at Minera Don Nicolas in 2022, and it has plans to add a heap leach component in 2023 that could lead to further production growth. The company is also looking to complete a feasibility study at Monte do Carmo later this year, building from the robust PEA that was completed last summer. They would then look to move rapidly toward construction at that project.
And that ends the segment this week. Thanks for joining us. Tune in next Monday for another edition of the Red Cloud Research Roundup. We ask that